my name is Arby and welcome to the first installment, I guess you could call it, of a little series that we're going to be doing every Sunday, where I'm going to get rid of the whole, there's going to be no gameplay. It's going to be tips, tricks, even top fives, anything you want to know about me. Maybe it can be Pokemon related, non-Pokemon related, but to start it off, I'm going to do something that I believe will help everyone out. This is how I make my videos. So what I do is, as you can see, you whip up OBS. OBS is what I use to record, and a lot of people just record their screens outside of OBS and then put the layout in on whatever their editing software is. But what I do is as you can see, I record with the layout on top. So if I open up Desume here, if it will open, there we go. So let's say I open up Platinum, for example, and we just quickly skip through all this. As you can see, like, I have the two scenes. Well, you can't. I have the bottom screen and then the top screen and the layout. So this is what I do, and then I play with the layout on top, and I then, So let's get into let's just get into the game real quick, and I can show you a quick example. So let's say blah blah blah. Here we are, and I will click start record on this. I can then move around. That records that. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Then whenever I'm done the episode, I'll stop recording, blah blah blah. Then the next thing I do is, I know you might be wondering though, how do I get the layout changes? That's what I'm going to show you next. So if we hop on over to Photoshop here, this could be done on really any photo thing. It could be done on Paint, GIMP, but I just like Photoshop because it's easier in my opinion. So what I do is, say in the episode we get a new Pokemon, right? Let's say we get a Chandelure. What I'll do is I Control A, Control C, then paste that in. I can move that around then. But what you want to do is, say if you want your Pokemon in, okay, let's just say that box there. If you want your Pokemon in that box there, wait, I'm going to unclip mask it, release clip and mask, there we go. So let's say you want it there, you want to resize it, so you go blah, free transform, and you make it, let's say that's big enough to fit in the box, is it? Close enough. But like, you don't want it peeking over the edge. What you then do is create clip and mask. Did that not? Am I on the wrong? Create, release clip and mask. Okay. Don't know. Then, yeah. Create clip and mask. There we go. And you can see that it kind of cuts off the top. So it's kind of like a perfect fit. So let's say that's the only thing that happened that you want to change in the layout. So then I will save as. I normally have like a little folder on my desktop that I use with all my episodes. Let's just throw it into episode 12. Let's call it Tut. And you want to save it as a PNG. Then you click save, okay. It's saving, so while that's saved, we'll hop on over to Vegas. Now so let's say what I start off with is I put in the video. So you go videos, this is the one that we just recorded there. Yes. And as you can see, there is what we recorded on OBS with our layout already on top. So, but let's say you want, I don't know, let's say you get your, what did we get? Chandelier. Let's say you get your chandelier and halfway through the episode. So what you want to do is, where's this thing here? This is the thing. So what you want to do is, you normally want to, I'd recommend creating another thing, another layer, pop it on top. What I normally do is I normally zoom in and have a fade in onset of probably about 1 second normally. So let's go up to 1 second. There we go, 1 second. And then we'll quickly skim through the video. I'm going to delete the audio track so that you cannot, so there's not double audio. And then bang, delete track. What did I click? Duplicate? Oh no, delete. So, and then we'll just watch a few seconds and just watch around here. There's your chandelier. It's the same with the gym badges really. So let's go back onto Photoshop and File, Open this PC. Yeah, obviously where you save your gym badge. Let's say we get the forest badge, for example. Same thing again, Control A, Control C, Pokemon Plant V, and then you want to free transform it or resize it, whatever it is on your software. So let's resize it down. On Photoshop, for example, you can press shift and it won't like morph, but without shift it will like go all over the place. But if you press shift, it stays true to the original dimensions. So then you can, apply that. You can pop it down here at the bottom, which is, well, depends on the layout. If it's one of them layouts where it's you know, the silhouette of the badges are in it, you can just like, you know, put them on as you go along. But for this particular layout, there's no silhouette. So let's say I get the forest badge in some random fan game is the first badge. I will click File, then I will save as. I want it as a PNG. I want it as, and I'm going to put it back in the same folder that I had. And that's what I normally do is I'll call it layout 2, but let's call it tut2. Okay. Now, as that's saving, we will hop on. Oh, it takes so long to save. There we go, it's saved. We will hop on over back to Vegas. Open it up, and there's tut2. What I do then is I make another track, and so what used to happen to me was it'd be like this. Let's say I faded this one at 1 second. There's 1 second. Yeah, there we go. So what would used to happen to me is because they're not like overlapping, it would kind of like, you'd get like a bit of a black screen for a second, and then that would happen. So like there'd be a bit of a pause. But what I'd recommend doing is just even overlapping them a bit, or like, you know, put the whole thing over it. It really doesn't matter. So you can like overlap it a bit like that, and then move it back. Yep. So then the transition will be quite smooth. Oh wait, what happened there? Guess let's just stretch out the video a bit. There you go. It's a bit smoother. So you kind of want to have an overlap, or what's even simpler is you just have them running like underneath each other at the same time. So it's kind of just like, there we go, fades in. That's probably the best thing to do, because like, you know, it's a bit less work, I guess, because all you have to do is like, you know, bang, bang, bang. So like from start to finish, this was what, 14 second clip. We will see our transition, we'll see our chandelier coming in. Then around the 7 second mark, we see our badge fade, and then that's it. And then you just complete that process throughout the episode. So every time a Pokemon dies, you add in a layout, you take them off the layout. Anytime you get a new Pokemon, you add them in the layout, and for each change you save as a different image. And then once in Vegas, you add them in. And like this could be done with probably every I think I would work on Paint as well. I'd say I'm not sure if Paint has clipping masks, so you couldn't. I'm not sure if you could do like the whole, you know, cutting off within the box, but it'd work the same. I have to just like place it in the box, save it as a PNG or a JPEG, whatever, and then overlay it on your original overlay in Vegas. And the reason I record with my overlay on, so let's say if I get rid of these two here, like the reason I record with the overlay on is I just find it easier to line up everything. Like it's like because they all fit each other. Like there's barely a difference. Yeah, there's like no difference there. There's a bit of like a tint difference, but that's doesn't really matter. But instead of like, and then even in OBS you only have to, you know, do the whole thing once. Like you only have to like size them once, or basically once, correct it if there's a mistake, size it again. Yeah, so like instead of if you just record your screens, then you have to like add them into the layout each time. So, and I find that really tedious. Like I actually can't do it that way. So in this method, I'm not claiming I found it. I'm not claiming I'm the first to do it. There's probably loads of people to do it, but it's the first video I've seen on this exact method, and I believe it's the simplest and easiest way, providing well actually no, I was going to say providing you have the right tools, but all you really need is a layout, OBS, and you can make a layout on free software like Paint, GIMP. OBS is a free software. Vegas, if you know where to find it, it's a free software. I'm not condoning it, but you know, all I'll say is if you look, you'll find. Same with Photoshop. So yeah, that's my tutorial on how to make videos. I render it then. I render it. That's probably the last bar. My render settings are, oh my god, if this will actually load. I use 1080p at 30 FPS, which is quite like a standard thing. I know some people like to record at 60, but Pokemon games are only at 30 in themselves anyway, so there's no point really. So that's my settings there. You can tinker with that yourself, I guess. Like you can, once you're comfortable with rendering and all that, you can then choose your own settings, how you want to do it, how you want to change. Obviously render times do indeed depend on how good your PC is. It's mainly your processor. Like for me, a 20-minute video takes me 30-40 minutes to render, and if you had like a proper good processor in your PC, like a 99, it would probably take about 10 minutes less. So yeah, hope you did enjoy. I'm sorry that I'm very bad at explaining things, but that's that. And yeah, let me know what else I should do on these Sunday episodes. I'm not going to sure what I'm going to call them. Special Sundays out with Arby, I don't know. But yeah, if this did help you, leave a like, subscribe down below, and comment on what else I should do. And also, if you haven't checked out my Pokemon Platinum randomizer and like that's going on at the moment, be sure to check that out, because it's quite good, if you don't mind the humble brag. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.